Hi, I'm Amy Avuza, and this is The Spot. Today we're joined by Liz Heffernan, the Media and Events Coordinator for the South Coast Writers Centre, who's going to be talking to us about the 2026 Poetry Award. Hi Liz, how are you?
I'm good, thanks Amy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, the Poetry Award, tell me about your role in that.
Yes, so our Poetry Award just closed on Sunday. We run it annually in association with a major exhibition at the Wollongong Art Gallery. So this year's exhibition was Set States by Kate Mitchell, and this year's Poetry Award theme was States. So we had 278 entries this year,
Wow.
which is about 50 up from last year's number of entries. So it's really good to see sort of more involvement, more local writers submitting their poems, not just members of the South Coast Writers Centre, but people from all over, students, established writers, all kinds, writing to the theme, submitting to the award. So I run the media and events for the Writers Centre, so I'm involved in the Poetry Award, but also other programs and events that we have on throughout the year.
That's incredible. So the what is? I've lost my train of thought. What do you think the importance of this award is?
Yeah, so the award and any kind of writing competition or program that we do at the Writers Centre, it's really important to give opportunities to local writers and writers at all stages of their writing journeys, so from young writers to beginners, emerging, established. An award like this is quite prominent. There's a fair bit of prize money, and all the shortlisted entries do get published in our anthology of writing every year. So it's a really good opportunity for writers to submit, put themselves out there, and if they are successful, to have that platform to be published in a local organisation, a local publication, which can be a springboard to bigger national publications, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and do you see many uni students entering these awards?
Yeah. So we have a fair few from UOW. We have uni students involved in a lot of our activities at the Writers Centre. So the Poetry Award, different writing workshops, programs we run throughout the year too, and our writers' festivals that we have annually always gets a fair few students coming as audience members to learn and grow their writing practice, which they can then put into practice at things like the Poetry Award.
Have you seen any opportunities come through the award, through winners or even just people that submit?
Yeah, so a lot of our winners and other people who've been shortlisted or submitted have gone on to do other programs with the Writers Centre. So we have residencies that we run throughout the year where writers can spend a week or a couple of days, or a residency that's drawn out throughout the year to really work on their writing practice, whether that might be an anthology of poetry, like their own collection, or submitting work to other competitions as well. So there's definitely opportunities that begin from submitting to our Poetry Award that can then open doors.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's what the South Coast Writing Centre is all about, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Supporting writers through all stages of their writing journey, and really promoting literature, love of literature, learning about writing, all those kinds of things to the public through our program of events and all that kind of thing.
Amazing. Is there any future plans that the South Coast Writing Centre has coming up?
Yeah, so we have a fair few events happening throughout the rest of the year. Next up in May, we have our Live and Local, which is Sydney Writers Festival sessions are live streamed. So we're holding that in Coldale Hall on the 22nd and 23rd of May. So we'll live stream a few sessions from there. So Trent Dalton, Roddy Doyle, really big names in literature will be there, and we'll also have local authors live on stage, sort of as part of that festival. And then we'll be running our own South Coast Readers and Writers Festival, happens in Thruell Library at the end of July. And we always have a big UOW involvement in there. UOW staff from the English and Creative Writing faculties are often moderators on the panels. And so, it's a really good way to have that collaboration between the Writers Centre and UOW.
Yes, that was my next question. The relationship between UOW and the Writers Centre, it seems like it's going well. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. So as I mentioned, we have UOW moderators at a lot of our festivals. We have a strong program of UOW interns who can actually come in and work at
yeah.
our office up in Coaldale, where they can help me with doing media and event kind of things or other things around the office.
Yeah.
And UOW students can have student memberships with us, and we have a really strong program for like young writers from high school, but also coming into like uni, so 18 to 25. We push a lot of young writers programs for that age group too. So uni age, really trying to encourage UOW students to get involved.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any success stories that you could share about any writers that you've seen?
Yeah, so there's a fair few UOW alum who've gone on to be quite successful. Emma Dara, who wrote Thanks for Having Me.
Yeah.
She was actually featured at our Writers' Festival a couple of years ago. And I know she came through UOW, and she's just one of many writers that have gone through UOW, helped by South Coast Writer Centre, and really gone on to have really great careers.
Great. All right, my final question for you, is there anything else that you would like to add? Anything else you'd like to say?
I think just we'd love UOW students to get involved in the Writer Centre. We have a lot of competitions throughout the year, a lot of different writing programs, writing workshops for all kind of things. So from writing like family history to writing fiction for the first time. Last year we even had a workshop on performing poetry and like poetry slams. So all kinds of things. And the first step is to put your name down, get involved.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for letting me put you on the spot. This has been Amy Avuza on the spot, and I hope to see you next week.